Hi everybody, I wanted to make a video real quick on these Magtech brass 12 gauge shotgun shells. These are really cool. These are very useful in the prepping community. I'm going to open them up real quick. Solid brass. They all fit and they work. Ideally, I want to take a little bit to talk about these, some of the components you would need, and how really explain how useful these really are. For instance, you can use the Hodgdon Pyrex RS. Forgot to grab my shot measure for this video, but I just use a Traditions loader. I bought it off of Amazon, 100 grains of charge, and same. When you're dealing with black powder, the way I had it explained to me is you want the same volume of powder as you do shot. It's the way I had it explained to me. Don't take my word for it. Buy a reloading book. That's what I tell everybody. Buy a reloading book. That's what I got over there. And back to these. I want to talk about these and how useful these are. These will last a lot longer. I reload shotgun shells, and I'll get about 10 to 12 uses out of just this one shell. To me, that's worth its weight in gold. To me. Dave Canterbury did a video on these too. Not tagging him in this or anything. If you're into wilderness survival and common man stuff, like, I'm into that stuff. I watch his channel quite a bit. But, he had taken, now this is a lot of primers. This is 1,000 shotgun shell, 209 primers. 209 down here. Oh, this is W209, so it's the Winchester version. So that's 1,000 shotgun shell primers. I've got 20 of those laying around. But you can punch this back out to accept that 209 primer. You can do it close up, what that looks like. See that little flash hole in there? You can kind of get a little close up of it. That's what the inside looks like. Now, some people are going to ask that. But this right here is what it currently uses right now. This is the number 300 large pistol primer. Okay, there's 100 primers in here. I haven't opened this yet. I haven't had to reload any of my handgun ammo yet. But I am going to start doing that. But one of the things that I want to talk about, when you buy these, you will, and I'm being dead serious, you will need a 12 gauge fiber wad. I should have went with a 10 gauge because these are oversized. And when I say oversized, they're not as thick as plastic. They're thinner actually, so the dimensions on this are kind of different. Like on this, I have a 10 gauge overshot card that goes on the top of my shot. The name is in what it applies. And then I'll use glue or beeswax, whichever I have on hand, to fill it up. Just as long as it's sticky and it holds it in place. But you've got an overshot, you've got a cushion wad. Got a cushion wad. The only thing I don't have yet, I ordered it, hasn't came yet. It's called a nitro card. You have your powder, nitro card, cushion wad, shot, and then overshot card. That is the order it goes in. Do not flip it around in any which way. That is the order it goes in. Powder, nitro card, cushion wad, shot, overshot card. That is the order it goes in. Do not switch it around. Don't flip it any which way. There is, because the cushion wad, you can actually set that sumbitch on fire. It's made to compress to not distort your shot as it goes down the barrel. The nitro card is the hard impact absorbent deal. Basically comes from the factory. It's a cushion wad that's compressed, basically, but it's fairly stiff. But the shotgun I use this in is this right here. This was a Harrington and Richardson. Move my damn drink out of the way. I didn't realize it was in the way. Single shot. Now this is a very cheap, very inexpensive gun. Now, if somebody's dead serious about getting into prepping and doing stuff like that, this is a very good option. Yeah, doesn't have the, like that Chiappa triple X caliber thing, where it's a knockoff of the Springfield M6 Scout or M4 Scout or whatever it was. I can't even remember the damn thing for it. I know it's M something. But that gun is kind of cool. But the cool thing about this, the cool factor is these things are built. These things are built tough. I mean, kind of like Silverados and Fords. I mean, I don't know of one Silverado or one Ford that can't outpull one of these newer trucks today. I'm getting way off topic, but I mean, this right here, I mean, you could probably go into a pawn shop, pay under $100 for one of these. In this condition, I don't know how much you'd pay for it. I mean, this has been in my family since the 40s, so I don't know. But being able to reload your own shotgun shells, they make a hand press, which I don't have one yet. They're like $60 and they're an antique, so I'd have to buy it off of I'm gonna take my glasses off, I'm getting a headache. I'd have to buy the little hand press deal off of eBay. I've seen a couple people have them on here where I can use these, and then I would figure out a way. We got a long punch, stick a long punch in there through the flash hole, pound it out, good, put a new one in, slip it through the little hand press thing, flip the handle over, squeeze it in. And then the whole reason why I'm making this video is in my opinion, this is kind of cool because you're able to do quite a bit with these. There was a video that was put out by Tell Mouse, I believe is how you pronounce it. They're don't have a link to their channel. I haven't figured out how to quite do that yet. But one of the things that I am going to do is eventually put a link to some of the other YouTube channels. I know that I'm not on here to make money or be famous, but quite literally, there's a slug that they stuck at the end of this, and that is kind of cool how they had done it. But the cool thing is if it fits in this case, it will go down the barrel. It is kind of cool. You show up and you shoot these at your local skeet shoot, and you load one of these in here. I had one of these loaded up with some 2-shot, and another thing I needed to mention, these are only in 2.5 inch. These are made for cowboy action shooting. And another thing you'll probably have to get is a resizing die after these are shot. Treat it like you would any other piece of brass. Take it home, clean it, so on and so forth. Take it home, clean it, throw it in your tumbler, throw some lube on it to keep it from corroding. Nothing acidic. If you do put some acidic stuff on there to get a lot of the carbon, if you have carbon on there, make sure you dilute it in water, because this is some thin brass. It's not very thick. I mean, it's quite a bit thicker than brass on a 22, but not much. I mean, it's maybe like the case wall on a 357. I mean, it's not very thick. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but you know what? The versatility that this gives me, I tell you what, I mean, I could reload one of these out in the field quite literally with very little to next to no tools and not have to worry about putting a fold into it. So long as I have something in here that holds that shot card in its place, it's perfectly fine. I throw it in my bag or throw it in my pocket. In this case, I carry my shotgun shells right here, or I'll show them and throw them in my pocket. You know, this is really nice setup to have. You know, these go in here. And I know that this thing's going to come flying out of here when I do this, but I just got to do it for the video. Coolest sound of the damn world. But, you know, this is just a video I wanted to make real quick. By the way, I bought all of this off of Midway USA. Don't know if they still have it in stock. But, oh, and another thing that I wanted to mention about these. They don't function very well in pump action shotguns or semi-autos. So, single shot shotguns or break action or the bolt action shotguns. And the reason why I say the bolt action shotguns is because you can open the bolt and generally be able to drop one in and then close the bolt on it. Generally. But I own a bolt gun, a bolt shotgun, but it's not in 12 gauge, so it wouldn't help at all. Thinking about buying one because I think they're kind of cool. But yeah, this is my video on it. This is my take, my opinion on prepping stuff. Kind of very cool and very interesting things to stock up on. And even if you don't, um, even if you're not into that, there's still a cool factor and there's still a plus side because you can use black powder in it. There are multiple ways to make black powder. Seriously, get on YouTube. You can get on the internet. You can get a recipe for it. There's a person on YouTube that has made black powder, and that is the King of Random. And I followed his recipe, and it frickin' worked. You know, there's a big disclaimer, you know, naturally at the beginning of his video, kind of thing. But I mean, we all got to put that out there as content creators. We take a certain liability for that. But you know, I'm gonna hop off of here. Hope everybody has a really good, safe, and awesome day. And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm gonna say Thanksgiving to you. You know, hope everybody, you know, gets to your family get together safe and happy and have an amazing and wonderful time. I sure as hell know I will. My fat ass is gonna be shoved full of all kinds of good food. Not literally my ass, but my stomach. I'm gonna be super happy. Grandma's making some homemade sweet potatoes, or well, not or homegrown sweet potatoes, and some homemade pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is gonna be there. Oh man, I'm probably gonna take the whole damn thing and bring it out of my truck. To be honest with you, but I'm gonna get off here before I start rambling on anymore. Hope everybody has a really good and awesome and safe day. Take care, y'all. Bye.